This is the Great North Road, a gateway to Zambia's tourist capital, Livingstone. We are in Chilanga and welcome to the Zambian Genius. I enjoy it when I'm outdoor because my mind can think freely. And maybe this is why I explore with people that think outside the box when they take advantage of the surroundings they are in. Today, we're going to do something a little bit special. Something that you thought would never be born from something that you probably eat on a daily basis. Sir, give it to me. So, stay with us. Mazabuka in Zambia is known as the sweetest town for one big reason. That is where you find a huge sugar plantation where these are turned into sugar. When you think critically about it, is it just the sugar that we can get out of this? Not on the Zambian Genius, and that's why we are here. Smakoma Mugala
Yes, sir.
is our character for today. Good to meet you.
Thank you as well, sir.
Great.
Good to meet you.
Tell people about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Mugala Smakoma. Most of the time I enjoy doing things for myself. I don't like being employed. I like making things, at least creating something out of nowhere to make something better.
To say that you don't like being employed, others will simply say maybe you don't have the qualification, you don't have what it takes to get a job, maybe that's why. So you've just settled for being a self-employer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your education background?
I completed my secondary level. Then I also did a small course for power electrical. I have a craft certificate with me in electrical.
So in short, if there's a job, you can actually take it because you are qualified in that sense, isn't it?
Yes, I will.
So you just decided, okay, let me run away from this and just become self-employed.
Yes, sir.
What do you do here?
Here I do incubators. I also do the distribution box. I also do the feeder pillars.
So the wiring that we see,
yes, sir,
is all yours. I mean, that's your thing, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you do that for most of the people in here
Around
construction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fantastic, qualified electrician for your wiring. That's not why I'm here. We brought the guys all the way from the Masbia complex into Chilanga, not for that, but for something that we've got here and over there. Looks like it's a bomb we're trying to create over there. Now, tell us why we are here.
We are here to demonstrate on a biogas stove. Mostly we use the electric stove, but I thought of creating something different from all the stoves that we've been seeing around. I thought of creating a biogas stove using the peels of sugarcane, which is mixed with molasses and a little bit of some paraffin to create heat so that people are able to cook for themselves.
The Ministry of Green Economy should be interested, because in recent past there's been discussions around how Zambia can be able to deal with the advent effects of deforestation, and much of our land is becoming bare land, all because people are cutting down trees to make charcoal. And so if we have such mechanisms, I know this is not the first time we're doing this. Remember Constable Septia Muhangdu at the Zambia Police Headquarters? That guy also has got his own way of making things happen without having to cut down trees. This is another peculiar way. Let's get down with it. So here we are. How does this thing work? We were eating this, and it is from this that you create the raw materials for this. First and foremost, what's the mechanism of this? Don't empty it for somebody to copy out there. We want it to still remain your product. But what is the composition of this?
The composition. So what I used, I got an old just.
May I keep your?
Thank you, sir. I just got an ordinary 2-plate cooker. I just got a housing on it. Then these ones down here, I got those ones for Cobra. They're the ones that I modified, making this component where we put the biogas for where we put the biogas, so that we have heat and it's working.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So there's nothing magical down there.
There's nothing magical down.
So where's the magic happening? Because I can imagine if you have like what we have built so far,
yes, sir, yes, sir,
pound it and put it here, there won't be that much. Then you won't cook your meal.
Okay.
Convince me that if I buy this stove and I use that much of that raw material into here to cook my beans, it will be cooked.
Yeah, it will be cooked, because when you mix the pounded dry sugarcane peels together with the molasses and a little bit of some paraffin, then it's able to work.
How long will the fire last?
It if in just like maybe 250 meals, you're able to cook a meal ready from, maybe you can cook from morning, lunch and supper.
That's not true.
Just a little one.
Who knows that about this project here?
I'm at hand. I'm the only one.
Who uses it?
Yes.
You use it every day.
For cooking every day.
Any of the neighbors that have come through to see you cook?
Yeah, they have come to see it through to cook.
Neighbor, confirm. Are you a neighbor?
Yes, I'm a neighbor.
Come. I want the neighbor to confirm, because hearing it from you and the neighbor is not staged. Get over here, sir. Okay? What have you seen this thing do? Get closer. Or do you know about this?
This is my first time to see it, but it looks like a stove.
You know this man?
Yes.
How often do you see him on a daily basis?
It's my brother.
He's your brother?
Yeah, it's my brother.
You don't know what this does? You are a bad brother. Get out of here. He doesn't know what his brother does.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to see that demonstration on how it's going to come on. But I've noticed that there are these.
Yes,
when I'm
yes.
doing this, it's opening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's opened.
Yes.
And then if I reverse, it closes.
It's closes. Yeah.
What does this do?
So I thought of the way the stove works, like it has a switch. That's the reason. That's why I thought of maybe pushing a little bit of some hose and putting another extra lid on top, so that it's able to grade on the levels whereby you can either put it on switch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Increasing the heat.
Increasing the heat.
I'm looking forward to seeing how it lights and how you can control this heat thing. So this is a double stove, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's without further ado see what it does. So there's nothing complicated in there. All he has done is put the two Cobra, the
Yes.
cover, the top
cover and
part.
the lid and an extra lid. The other one is just used for grading increase and reduce heat.
So the mechanism is what is so fancy for me. If it works to reduce and increase the temperature, that's okay. So let's remind you again, we are using these as raw material. What do you do to turn them into usable materials in there to those?
The way they are like this, we cut them into small pieces, then put them, pound them into smaller grades, then we let them to dry.
Okay.
Then we pound them again, so it's powder. Then we mix with molasses together with paraffin, so It's what we make what we call biogas.
Let's see the biogas, if you have it anywhere.
The little that that was there, it got finished. It's inside.
It's the one that you put in there.
Yes.
We would have loved to see the process of you putting it in there. All right. With that said, let's see you do your thing. So you open it up. You still have to switch it on from there.
Yeah.
To light the fire from the upper
The top,
part.
yeah,
Okay.
the way we do with the gas stove.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you open it like that.
Yes.
Okay. That's your I love this. So now the stove is on.
The stove is on.
And then you want to reduce on like this. This is like maximum heat, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because all the hoses are like fully open.
Fully open.
So you reduce on. Okay. Okay. Wow, it makes sense. So for your cooking, for your daily cooking, what do you? Oh, it still needs a bit of some air outside for it to.
Yeah, it's not touched. So when it touches, then it starts now sucking the time. Yes, sir.
Not bad. Thinking to protect the environment, make an income out of it, and also assist the country to have a smart way of going about our daily cooking. I love this. Simple and straight, right?
Yes, sir.
How much of the biogas do you create, and how much of sugar canes do you need per day? Because I'm imagining at a national scale, you would probably lack your raw materials to have this stove running.
With this one, it's not only sugarcane that we can use. We can also use the maize stalk. Maize stalk, you mix it with molasses and the paraffin.
The manual way of having to do all that stuff should be taking you a long time.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of making sure that it's quicker to pound that?
Yeah, so at hand, I'm thinking of, since I have the welding machine already here down, I'm thinking of making like a small hammer mill, which will be pounding the sugarcane and the maize stalk. So I make these ones in abundance.
Okay, please light up this side. Lest the guys think we are just playing around with one stove. So it's a double stove. Wow. There we are. So your cooking goes on like that. Genius. Simple as it may be, not complicated, it gets the job done. This is good. Okay. So if you want to reduce the temperature again,
Just that one's going that
oh,
side.
this one is supposed to go this side.
That
Okay.
side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your full. And then if you want to reduce on the fire output. There. And there you are. So we will have cooked as we were talking, and things
Yeah.
are cooking. Okay, good. If you want to switch them off, obviously, if you just
Closing
to the
it
end completely.
Yeah, that's go the other side.
Sampai.
Okay. The other side. Just close it completely, then it's off.
It's off.
And that other one to the end. Then it's off.
That's it. Smart. We are done on project number 1 because Mr. Mgala here doesn't just say, think this, he's got another one. Stay with us. As usual, you can find me on Facebook. Check me out. I'm Samuel Machishi. On Twitter, I'm at Samuel Machishi as well. The Zambian Genius Facebook page. And also YouTube. You can search for the Zambian Genius. Find some of the postings that we've been able to do. We will be posting some of the few episodes so far for season 7 as we proceed. The many questions that people are asking there is how do they get in touch and later on give us their presentation from wherever you could be. Very simple. Follow the instructions as we say them on our Facebook page so that you know exactly what to do. Then you can also reach to us the way he did. Wherever you are, get in touch with us via our inbox on Facebook page and then tell us what you have, the product you have, send a short video, show us exactly what you are able to do, and then we'll assess whether or not it deserves to be on the Zambian Genius, it's got to equate itself to something interesting, such as what we've seen so far. We've switched. Now we are talking about entrepreneurship at its best as well, because this now is about welding. And what you're looking at right now, this is a welding machine. Tell us about it.
For with this, this is just an ordinary welding machine. I thought of making a water one because a lot of people they use aluminium to coil to make a welding machine. But I thought of converting electric energy into welding energy to produce electricity for welding, but using water instead of using the aluminium wires.
Where did you copy this?
With this one, the time I was at school, I used to enjoy a lot of art, and I was also the president for Jets Club at school, Concola High School. I first started I did a compressor using those pots from Zimbabwe. I made a compressor out of it using those pots for Zimbabwe. So I thought of extending, not really stopping at school. Let me just extend it even in the society. I be creating small things so that it helps in with the community.
When you made that whilst in school, what did the school authorities do about it?
Yeah, they felt good, and they also funded me something to continue. Yeah.
Are you okay with the funding? Was that enough?
It wasn't enough.
You still need more, right?
I still need
Great.
So I do more.
Yeah, this guy is making me be interested in what it does. Mm-hmm. So a power electrical student, and now you are putting into practice what you learned in school.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. So how did you come up with, there's water, yes, in there.
There's
that's
water,
what you're saying. It's helping you to create power.
Power, yeah.
Any other things that are in there? Because just water in itself.
So I used water, charcoal, ammonium sulfate, and salt.
When you combine those, they are able to create.
Yeah, to make the positive charges. Water on its own, it can't weld. So when we combine those three chemicals, when they are put in there, they're able to make the positive charges and it's able to weld.
For the senior engineers at ZESCO and anywhere else who are watching us are saying this is dangerous. You are playing with fire.
With fire, yes.
How safe is this system? In case someone is interested and says, Mugala, I saw something that you did. Can you make me one?
With this one, it's not dangerous, it's safe. The reason that's why it's safe, because I've put, I'm not connecting power direct as it is to this gun and this earthing clamp. What I did here, I had when power comes from this socket, it goes into the water, and then from the water, that's when it meets from the water to go to this gun for welding. So and it doesn't it can't harm. It's just okay.
The voltage. How's the voltage?
The voltage is just 230, just like a normal welding machine. These ones are more safe rather than those ones for using copper.
I can hear someone says, but it's okay anyway, because we're getting it from you.
Yeah, okay.
How do you know and how do you make sure that positive and negative you have here, is it? Do you have positive and negative?
Where here?
Here. These two things.
Yes.
So this is your negative.
This is the whole lot of this component. This side is a positive charge. Then this side is a negative charge.
Oh, I wanted to marvel to say, how then do you have both these metals dipped into the water, which is creating electricity?
Electricity, yes.
Without confusing the negative and the.
It's like when we are, because I do wind those ones for aluminium. So it's like this one is a primary coil and the secondary coil. And also the other side is primary coil and secondary coil. So these things, they meet through induction.
When you, as you are right now,
yes,
we've seen the electrical things that you've done. Confirm or dispel yourself, you are using this to make these things that you're making.
Yeah, majority of things I was using is like the same door here, even the one which is outside here, I use this. Even welding, the frame that I bought, I was using the same one.
If people wanted to come and buy this for industrial use, you would still recommend it?
Yeah, I would still recommend it.
Let's see how it works. By the way, So we've tapped some power from the neighbors this side.
Yes, sir.
And here we are. So switch on so that people can see that indeed the power is there now. So now it's all about connecting. I don't want to touch anything.
Oh, it's a hazard on its own. But it's safe. It's 100% safe, just like any other welding machine.
Oh, so your whole component of the negative enters on the other side.
Yes, yes.
And then you have the positive also.
Yes.
This has to connect. People that have started electrical things, they know that here we are safe, and so they are very confident of what they do. But to some of us, already we are seeing a lot of danger here. And that, obviously, you have to make sure that going forward, you modify things so that water doesn't come out, isn't it?
Yeah. Putting a little bit of maybe silicone, but no leakages.
Okay, cool. So you've connected to power.
I've connected now.
Can I get out of here?
I know it's safe.
Okay.
For our safety, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, just for our safety.
That's your welding rods?
Yeah, these are the welding rods.
Okay. Homemade welding machine. And he's demonstrating how it works. And this is pretty much your work here in the neighborhood, right? In Chilanga?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to touch anything. Okay. Is there any sound?
No.
No, it's very quiet.
When it's not connected, it's quiet. It only energizes when it's connected to the F clamp. Yeah. When you start welding, that's when it energizes. Once you disconnect, then it's off.
That's it.
For our safety.
Yes. Beautiful. That's your welding machine.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Made in Chilanga. From the water and the composition of other.
Yeah.
Have you tried to apply for some form of empowerment so that you could boost and probably modify this to proper standards? Because I know you are not supposed to have this if you are to attract people to buy this.
Yeah, it has to be neat, well built. I haven't. So I was hoping when I met you that you will be able to help me so that when I show you some of these products that I'm doing, you'll be able to help me as well. So that I also even empower other youths. We create, and we can also create jobs for our youths here.
Very
around.
true. Our job on the Zambian Genius, like we keep saying, we don't give any other help. The only help we give is this platform so that you could speak to the people out there. And then those that are watching, we know they have much more muscles than we do. Talk to them.
Yeah, I would ask to the people out there. Me, I'm small but very talented. I'm able to do more than these things that you've seen here. So I'm asking for if there's anybody out there who's able to fund in, and we can do this. We can make these things in abundance, as well as doing these stores they need. We create business,
Creating an industry.
and employment.
Have you tried the CDF?
Not yet. I haven't tried.
Maybe you should also try that one out. Who knows? They could just get to adopt all these things. I know Chilanga Council is not too far away from here.
Yeah.
It's very close by. And so we are hoping that they'll get hold of you. And so how do they get in touch with you? Because this is beautiful for me. You just need empowerment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I have a phone with me.
Yes, I know you have a phone. So
Or
you don't want to give them your number, no?
no, I can take it.
Please.
Oh, if you want to get in touch with me, here is my phone number. My number is 0972 949391. 0972 949391. My name is Ngala Smakoma.
Ngala Smakoma is the genius that we followed for this particular episode in Chilanga, and I'm simply amazed. He is able to make, for the love of our environment, a two-plate stove with which uses those leftovers of a sugar cane, and then this simply simple but amazing welding machine, something that we haven't seen in the country. So let's keep the conversation going. We love it, and especially when it shows a lot of creativity, as this one has done. Thank you so much for
Thank you very much for
giving us your creativity.
Thank you, sir.
So find us on Facebook again, The Zambian Genius. On Twitter, I'm at Samuel Machishi. Tweet me, and I will tweet you back.